Present day. Present time.
Alright, so today I want to talk about this VTuber drama that I got involved into, and I didn't want to be part of it, but I got pulled into this whole shit, and this whole thing is so freaking annoying. I want to talk about like the toxicity of like getting into VTubing and like all the drama, what the culture is like, things I've experienced, horrible things that happen in that community. Let me get my microphone closer to me. Now, I want to make this clear. When I mean VTuber, like the VTuber culture, the community, I'm not talking about actual VTubers like Nox, like Iron Mouse. Like I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the community on Twitter because the community on Twitter is a whole other level. It's all on optic. They make it seem like they're nice, but they're really not. And let before I started this channel, I wanted to get into VTubing because I wasn't going to wear a mask like I used to in my old channel because that shit got super hot. And I was like, you know what? I've been around this culture enough. I'll get into it. And yeah, again, I'm not talking all VTubers, mostly these echo chambers, these types. And I wanted to let you know I'm not new to this, like I said. Um, I've been into like the VTuber culture. Like I'm talking like back when people were cam girls were like doing this, they're making money for gooners. I'm talking about like pre this like freaking what was that app? Shit. It's like TeamSpeak where guys used to pretend to be girls to get money out of guys and trap them. Like the VR trapman era, that when people started experimenting with this, and eventually it started to become I remember it started to become famous after that cam girl thing where they're making money out of it. And then VR chat became a thing and people were stripping models out of games and changing them and making them look like theirs. And a lot of those people ended up becoming riggers and now they make money. So I want to let you know I've been around this a while, but when it came to like the motor culture, I did not know this. I didn't know this area that much because this was like new to me. It was a whole different culture. Everything changed. So before I made the channel, I already was thinking of a model mate, and I reopened my, my Twitter account. I'm not counting a fucking X. That sounds like a porn site. Anyway, I reactivated it, and I was like, I was getting ready to go to Vision, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go get a Vision model ready." And then someone reached out to me, and this person went by the name, what was it? Meteric Valseria. Meteric Valseria. And this person reached out to me, but oh wait, actually I messed that up. No. First it was this other girl. And okay, yeah. Okay, so I was working with this girl, and pretty much this girl was like, she wanted to charge me 1,800, which according to what I seen wasn't that bad of a price, and I pay a hefty price, and I shouldn't have done that. For but here's what pretty much happened. I was working with her, and I look at her portfolio. Her portfolio wasn't that bad, so I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? She told me how she needed clients, and that I will be only her client, so she'll actually be able to work on it really well. So I gave her a chance, and she was always ghosting me and constantly like she'll make up an excuse. This happened for like 3 months. She's always making an excuse why she couldn't do it, and I was getting sick of it eventually. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to break it to her that I can't work with her. And I really thought about it. I really thought about dipping her, but I didn't want it. Like, I felt, man, I feel like guilt trip, but no one was guilt tripping me. It was just myself. And so I was about to like just say no and get it done on Vision, and but then a part of me was like, okay, I'm gonna continue pushing just one more month, see if she comes out at least with a sketch, because I didn't even have a sketch at the time. And so, I kept going at it, and then there's this other artists that contact me. This one was the one that's called Meteric Valseria. And they reached out to me and they convinced me that they knew that artist and blah blah blah, that they knew this artist, that there was a scam, and they made AI art. And eventually that other one that was like slacking and ghosting me eventually gave me a sketch. And it wasn't an AI. It was like legit. But at the time, this girl actually convinced me. So I ended up firing her. And then I ended up with this person called Meteric Valseria. By the way, I've noticed that in the rigger community, they like to steal clients out of each other. I don't freaking know why. But it's like a constant competition. So anyway, so I felt a little manipulated, but not yet. It started to feel later. So this girl, sh oh my god, like, okay, let me show you the profile, cause it, in case you wanna watch out, you probably wanna watch out for this person. This person. So, it was this account, the one that reached out to me, and they told me that they could do a better job, that that girl was a phony, she wasn't real. So I work with her, and I look at her portfolio, and if we go down here and look at her portfolio, let me look up her portfolio. She deleted a lot of those pictures, probably because I said it was bad. Anyway, let me show you one. So this is kind of like what her portfolio looks like. Not really good, as you can see. So she wanted to charge me 2,800. That's almost $3,000 for, this rig. And I was like, are you sure it's actually worth that much? Because I've looked at your portfolio, and I'm like, I'm keeping it all respectful, but I don't think that it's worth that money. But anyways, I work with her, and this one I went a little bit slower with like the payments. And the previous girl I was working behind her, when I broke out with her and told her, hey, I don't think we could work together no more. Like, I'm not getting the results I want. And the first girl, completely fine. We left it professional. We still talk. We're still friends. Nothing. Everything. We kept everything professional. But this girl, she reached out to me. The one I just showed, the Mytheric one. This person. She reached out to me and she gave me the estimate, which was 2,800. I was like, holy shit, for the art, that doesn't seem, but I'm like, are you sure? And I'm like, I'm trusting you with this, okay? And literally the next day, she gets banned on X. And I'm like, oh, this is why she wanted me to she wanted me to add her on Discord. And then so I'm like, why the next day I was like, hey, why you got banned on X? Because I know Elon Musk owns X now. And what I know from X, people don't usually get banned for not stupid. People get when you get banned on X or suspended, it's usually for a good reason. So I was already getting concerns and red flags, and then I added her to Discord, and the second day of knowing her, she already told me, "Oh, you're my best friend." Blah blah blah. She kept like gaslighting me, telling me, "Oh, I'm your best friend. I'm gonna add you to my personal account," and she kept messaging me from her other account from Discord to this account to her second account, um, X, and now she got unbanned on her main account, but she was constantly messaging me for other ones, and I'm like, okay, 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 I'm feeling a little bit scammed. This is getting a little bit sketchy. And I asked her multiple times why you got banned, and she kept telling me, "Oh, I don't know." I later found out that she got banned for harassing people. And before we get more into that, I want to show I I was working with this artist and I eventually told her respectfully, "Hey, I don't think that the quality of your art is worth what you're charging." And so yeah, I this is what her style was like. Does this look like $2,800 to you? And I was like months telling her how to change it, how to make it look better, and every time keep in mind, she was giving me art every day. She was giving me a new art, and I've worked with different artists like in the past. This is, I'm telling you, it's not normal for them to have a new sketch every day. This takes weeks. So that was another red flag. And I it came to a point that I feel like I was beating my head against a wall. And I was like, I'm sorry, but the price you're charging, I don't think it makes my expectations or the quality for the price. And I will have to, you know, I'm gonna have to move on to a different artist. And so this is when shit started to get real bad. She started stalking me and messaging me from different accounts. She got all her friends to message me. Like at first, I didn't block her. I was talking to her, but she kept begging and begging and doing all this and doing this extra stuff. And I told her, no, I can't. I don't have time to waste. It's been a couple months. You haven't given me. I've been telling you how to change it, how to make it look better. The quality is not matching the price. I was like, I gotta cut this off. And she wouldn't. She'll then send a bunch of her friends to actually message me to convince her. And you know what I did? I blocked her. I blocked everyone, cut ties with everyone. And then when she couldn't convince me or get people to convince me, she sent a whole group of people to harass me on DMs. They're telling me death threat that I ruined her life, which is not real. And then I talked to one of my friends and I was like, hey, do you know this person? Because I've been getting harassed and spam and getting a mass following of people to harass me in DMs, telling me to kill myself and all this horrible stuff. Right after I had to fire this artist. And then my friend, who's actually in the modern VTuber community, told me, oh yeah, she's known for being toxic and getting blamed and playing platforms. She's even gotten banned on Blue Sky. I'm like, holy shit. You got banned on Blue Sky? That's a new one. She's like, yeah, she's known for done this. I'm like, so you remember that day that, so are you aware of the day that she got banned? Because I asked her if what she got banned for, and she told me she didn't know. It was like, oh yeah, well, she was harassing a bunch of people, and she got a whole group to harass this guy, and this guy reported her, and she ended up blocking this guy she was working with, never delivered her work, and then she also got reported for scamming. So yeah, so I got massively harassed by these freaking people, and it was so blown out of proportion. This whole thing was stupid. I'm not You're not entitled for me to actually hire you. If I'm not happy with the work, I shouldn't be forced to actually work with you. Like, and you know what? After that, I got my hands clean and I ended up just getting someone on Vision. And I want to give her a little shout out because she actually did. And keep in mind, the girl I was working with before, I gave her, let me show you. The one who did the bat model, I gave her a sketch. I gave her all these pictures, all these angles. I even gave her an animated version. I gave her a grayed out one too. And wait, this one is not. Anyway, I gave her a sketch. You know, I based her on this. I gave her a lot of pictures and idea it wouldn't be fixed. Anyway, I ended up dipping her and I'm like, you know what? This is the last time I'm working with someone from Twitter. I'm not gonna deal with this drama. I don't give a fuck. I stay off Twitter for a while. And I was just looking through Vision and I found this girl. And this girl, perfect. She has a beautiful portfolio. Look at this. She had really good art and she had a specific style. Wait, where is it? I don't remember. But she had a specific style I was looking for. Yeah, this one. When I look at this, oh yeah, now she has my model there. Anyway, when I looked at this, I'm like, yeah, I want her. And I got my VTuber model done and within 2 months. I just had a VTuber model. And it was exactly how I wanted. Like this that you see right now, she made this. She did a really good job. There was no drama. She kept things really professional. a good price too. She wasn't like overcharging for her work, even though I think she should be charging more because her work is phenomenal. But later I ended up going back to like the whole VTuber thing. I have a problem with the ones on Twitter. Like they're in this whole echo chamber and they try to tell you what you could think, what you're allowed to play, when you're not allowed to play, what you can say, what you can. It feels like a fucking cult. Bro, that shit feels like a fucking cult. It's so exhausting. And I didn't cave into it. So I was constantly getting harassed to the point I'm like, you know what? I'm not interacting with these people. Let, let me give you a few. Well, I want to keep this. I want to say this one thing. I remember a lot of them pretend to be gay when they're actually not gay, nor they give a fuck about you being gay. They don't care about gays, or they pretend that they care for points. They don't care what they do or what they say as long as they get brownie points. It's just so disgusting. And they try to, if you're gay, I'm bisexual. They try to tell me that I'm supposed to be offended by Harry Potter and I'm not supposed to play this game. And they make me feel like, oh, like you're not gay enough. I'm like, bitch, I'm not trying to be gay for no. What the fuck you mean? You don't tell me how to live my life, bro. Are you telling me I'm not gay because I don't do this? Because I don't side with this side of the political party? Are you literally trying to test my gayness? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like I'm not even kidding, bro. I'm so gay. I don't even put the toilet seat down. I go to feminist rallies. Not because I'm a feminist, but because I want to see their downfall, because I think it's funny. And a lot of the modern feminists are kind of like a joke. And I want the end of humanity. The faster we could get rid of women, the faster we could speed run this. Faster we could end everything. We could end humanity. There's people out here watching Boku no Pico. The other day, I literally saw this woman actually arguing about what gender, what pronouns her dog has, and put a wig on their dog. I don't have to deal with this. I swear. Okay, I'm kidding about the humanity end thing, but I see a lot of cringe gay stuff. A lot of these people, they virtue signal and they take advantage of the people that are gay that are not like, oh, they have issues, and they take advantage of them to act radical, and they give the community, the LGBT community, a really bad name. Cause I'm a pretty chill person. I'm not like fucking obnoxious or anything. But these people, they claim like, oh, you're the defenders. And they do that. So whenever they say something wrong, they're like, oh, well, I did this for this community, so you can't criticize me. That's like the whole shtick that they go for. They don't care about you. They don't care about your group. They just want to dictate. They want to be like the fucking white saviors or whatever you want to call it. It's like it's so pathetic. And let me give you other things that other ways that I got. They try to cancel me, but I didn't give a fuck. So the cancellation didn't fucking work. But okay, so this one time there was this PDF file, and people were reaching out to me. Hey, watch out for this creep. And they had screenshots, messages, messaging kids. And I was like, do you, did you know where this person lives? Like, anyway, I reported it to the authorities moving forward with the story. And they ended up putting this person in jail. And a lot of that VTuber community then try to cancel me. And they're spreading hashtags like hashtag free, hashtag justice for that guy's name. I'm not gonna say his name, but they try to cancel me and hate me. That's my fault. What he was in jail. I'm like, it's not my fault. It's his fault. If he wasn't being a fucking creep and doing illegal things, he wouldn't be in that cell to begin with. And they're like, oh, well, age is just a number. I'm like, yeah, in prison it's just a room. Nigga, what? Like, what the fuck are you guys straight up defending a pedo? Why? Cause he's part of the LGBT. I don't give a fuck if he's part of the LGBT. If you're a pedophile, you're going to fucking jail. I don't give a shit if you're the fucking president of the United States and you do some fucking fuck up shit like that. I'm gonna report your ass. Yes, I'm gonna fucking rat your ass. The fuck you think this is? But it's so like a lot of the things I seen in this place is like so weird. Then there's this other thing that if you talk to someone or DM back, they automatically think that you're trying to date them. I'm like, I'm married. I'm just here to make, and then you gotta explain to people why you said no, why you turned it. Like, bitch, you don't deserve an explanation. Like, what the fuck is this? It's so fucking weird. And I noticed there's a lot of fucking creep. There's a lot of fucking widows in those community. Not all, but there's a lot of freaking widows in that community. And like, honestly, it's come to a point like that I don't interact with them. And the other thing I noticed when I started posting like my video links to advertise my stuff on Twitter, I started getting a bunch of people trying to collab with me. And I'm like, first to myself, I'm thinking, why these people want to collab with me? I don't do that VTuber content. We can't even relate. Because I I really I don't understand it. We come from two different worlds. It's not that I'm trying to be cocky or anything, but it's just like I don't do that anime content. I'll be honest. I haven't watched anime in forever. And the animes I did like when I was watching it. See, here's some of the animes I watched. I like Sarah Experiment Lane, Death Note, Cory in the House. You know what I mean? I like that psychological thriller, but I stopped watching anime because after a time I've started to realize that a lot of the animes are kind of like over redundant, and they came to a point around like 2017. It just felt like all animes were kind of just copying each other, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. I was like weird out because I do like Linux nerd stuff, and it all happened. Then I found out that it happened because someone got a hold on my analytics. They went into like Social Blade and they saw this picture right here, and so that was being passed around, and it was posted in this account, and apparently all of them started coming after me to try to collab with me. And I'm like, first of all, you guys, I'm not that big. I'm not big at all. I'm small, and they all wanted to collab with me. And then my friend was like, "Yeah, you better watch out for them because they're a lot of clout chasers, and they will use you. And after they use you, they'll they'll fucking stab you in the back as soon as you can." And I'm like, yeah, well, I wasn't gonna call out with them anyways because we don't even discuss the same type of topic. So it'll be weird a Linux user to like a nerd having to talk about anime. I haven't kept up with anime. I stopped watching anime since Demon Slayer. That's when I was like, I don't know. If this is kind of weird, you know. So yeah. What else? But I don't know. I just like this whole thing is just stupid. I don't want nothing to do with it. I just mind my business. I do my Linux content, my Linux gaming content. I really don't want nothing to do with them. They harass you. They fucking do like a whole freaking crusade to make you bend to their will. But that oh crap, I got something in mind. That just doesn't really work with me. Like it's just I don't know, it's so freaking weird. And a lot of them complain that oh the world is so unfair to me. Oh, I'm not getting views or followers. Blah blah blah. It's the patriarchy. I don't know, maybe you're not posting content because I check a lot of their accounts and they don't really post content. So I'm like, how you expecting the world to give you views and just expect everything to be handed to me? And also, why are you expecting to get fame? Like, I never got that. I personally don't even do video. I do videos just for fun. This is just I like nerding out and talking about shit. I don't give a fuck if I blow up or not. I really don't care. I do this because I want to meet people. I want to have friends. Just chill out. I don't do this. They were so fame hangry. Like they'll clout chase. They have a home person that they hate. They hate Nux for some freaking reason. I don't know why. I love Nux. I love his content. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my experience with the VTuber community. Why I stay away from them. And this is a warning if you want to get into it. The best advice I could give you guys is get a rigger through VGen. VGen is a page that's actually verified. All the artists is there. You could look at their huge portfolio. They're verified. And if you guys want the rigger I have, I'll leave a link in the description to her profile. That's all I gotta say. As always, stay spooky, stay weird, and until next time.
Dim, dam, dadilam, vacarme s'en va dans l'oubli éternam. Et Gustave, dom guardeam, dilim, didididilam, lutes seradodidam, seram. Dim, dim, da da da, dim, dim, da da da, dim, da di dam. Dim dim da 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 dim dim da 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 dim da